Solar energy is one of the most sought-after forms of renewable energy. And with prices dropping on solar panels, solar energy is now within the grasp of many homeowners. But what is solar energy? It's nothing new. We've been using it for centuries. Greeks and Romans used the sun to focus energy on mirrors to help light torches. Ancestors of the Pueblo used passive solar design by building their homes in south-facing cliff dwellings to capture heat from the sun. And finally, in the 1800s, the photovoltaic effect was discovered. That's where the light of the sun produces an electric current when it shines on certain metals. In the 1940s, the first solar cell was created, and since then, we have created solar panels of all sizes to create electricity. Meet Rick Zimmerman. Rick knows all about solar energy. Rick, this is a magnificent array here. Tell us where we are and why you chose this location.
Sure, we are in beautiful sunny Dubuque, just off the Mississippi River in their downtown area. With the help of the city and local companies, we found a beautiful 6-acre spot, underutilized piece of property that we were able to create a renewable energy generation site.
Now, it almost feels like a park as we're standing here. I think that's your intention.
That's exactly what our intention was. We hope that the community come down, see what we've done here from solar initiative. We also want them to come down and learn what solar means to them and their community.
Tell us about the future plan for this property as well and how you like to incorporate the environment here.
Yes, this was, as I mentioned earlier, an underutilized piece of property that basically just had some weeds and grass growing here. We repurposed it into a green energy generation facility. Part of that process, we are replanting native prairie grasses and flowers. So we're looking to increase the local bee and butterfly habitat.
That's so cool. All right, let's start with the fundamentals here about solar energy for people who may not know. How do you take the sun and use these panels to convert it to energy?
All of our panels here captures the visible spectrum of the sun. The panels then convert that into direct current, DC. We send that to our electrical panels that we have here on site, called an inverter. That inverts the DC power into usable AC power. We send that to a step-up transformer, which pumps that electricity up. We send it across our distribution lines and send it to our customer homes where they consume that and becomes usable.
Well, it sure is gaining in popularity. Why do you think that is?
Everyone's thinking it's, green is important, being sustainable. We chose Dubuque as one of our sites to develop solar. They have a strong, sustainable community initiative here, so they welcome us to the site. They were truly a partner in this build. The costs are coming down. The panel efficiencies are going up. So that time is right where solar's starting to make sense for us here in the Midwest.
I agree with you, and I know a lot of people who are interested in running out and getting solar panels. What advice would you give them if they're considering doing that?
Sure. I'd first look at energy efficiency. What can they do to decrease their energy consumption? So is that LED light bulbs? Is that a more efficient appliances? That will be first and foremost is what we recommend. Secondary, if they are truly interested in renewable generation themselves, solar panels now can be purchased from many of your local home centers. Typically, residential runs in the $3 a watt range for installation. Here at a utility scale site, we can install for under $2. So we're looking at our customers' best interests in mind to give them the best possible product at the lowest possible.
Now let's say that someone really believes in this cause, but for whatever reason, their house isn't fit for it, or they live in an apartment, or it's cost prohibitive for those reasons. Are there other options for them?
Yes, there are. There are options that they can participate in larger developments, just like we have here today. If they like the renewables, as you stated, but doesn't fit their unique needs. We also offer that as a potential lower cost option than installing that themselves. We'll take the maintenance and worry and management out of it, and they can just enjoy the renewable energy.
You know, speaking of cost, can you give us a ballpark idea of what it would cost for a residential panel or panels as opposed to, these big industrial panels?
Panels that are now offered to residential customers are running into about $100, $180 range. The panels behind us They're running about the 60 to 80 cents a watt range. Our panels are 320 watts, so we're pushing $300 per panel. Economies are always changing, so it's solar's fluctuating by the month with cost. So it is a large variability, but prices continue to go down.
Now, would you say there's a downside to solar at all?
Yeah, there's a small downside. Yes, it's green and renewable, zero emissions. We can install habitat friendly for bees and butterflies, but we only produce when the sun is out. And all of our homes, we consume power almost 24/7. So there's going to be another site, whether it be batteries or one of our other plants that needs to be available to supplement that power.
It's been great talking to you. And before we go, can you tell us, with the array that you have right here, what could that power?
Sure. The array of the site behind us is slightly under 1 megawatt AC. That will equate to approximately 130 to 150 homes that will be able to power.
Amazing. Thanks, Rick.
It's our pleasure. Thank you.